I'm going to go over to change management now, and we'll look at a change process. So here we see a change request that's already been submitted. We're going to update the physical memory in our server. So here we can see the update physical memory in server LIN01. Now, I'm used to seeing these where people put free text of what devices are being updated in change requests. Happens all too often for most customers that I visit. But now, for the first time, you're going to be able to link these actual asset objects to your change request to unlock the value here of the integration. So in addition to all these details we see here about the change, I can scroll down and see what's being changed, all those great details, but notice too, we can actually see the device that's being changed as well. If we go to the right-hand side of the screen, we're going to see the device that's being changed for this particular this change. And in fact, there it is right there, LIN01. So again, like before, I can drill in and see any details. I can see the full asset details about this at a click. Now, this is where the object graph gets really powerful. So we're discovering your technical landscape with Lansweeper, and we're synchronizing that over to JSM assets. Now, when you start building out your SteamDB, you're going to be able to do impact assessments. So if I go 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers out, I'll be able to see all those interdependencies that the LIN server is feeding. So here I can see that not only is this LIN server feeding this Oracle BRM technical service, this is also feeding our business service for billing. And it's also working with LIN02 to provide that functionality here to the BRM service. Again, basic example, you'll probably have more complex examples, but the proof is here. You'll be able to visualize for the first time how your infrastructure is interacting with technical services and business services. Now, why is this important? Well, now I'll be able to look upstream and see what's going to be impacted if I make this change. So this can help with your risk assessment and your change planning. So now I know that if I bring this server down, there is the potential to impact the billing service. All too often I see customers focus on the service like infrastructure services because this is an infrastructure change, but that doesn't tell me what the business service is. I don't know what's going to happen to our user community when I bring that down. But now that I know it's the billing service, I'll be able to come here and use my schedule change to make sure I'm compliant in putting it in a maintenance window for the billing service. So if I go to schedule change, we'll be able to see our planned start date and end time. We see it's what time of the day it is, and I can see it's 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., but you know, it's not in that maintenance window. So let's find the next maintenance window for billing. The closest one I have that week is Friday just before 1 a.m. So what I can do now, because I know that that is something that I have to adhere to, I can schedule this change to be compliant by putting it for the billing service maintenance window and saving it. So that's a great example of me not only planning it, but making sure I can remove some risk by not doing it outside of that maintenance window. And again, of course, I've got all those great features with JSM to do other things for me like risk summaries and other associated incidents. I have all that power at my fingertips, so I'm able to effectively see the information, use the information to make the right decision for my change.